All right, everybody. So people have been asking me in my comments if there's any other games like Police Quest. This game is in early access. It's called The Precinct. It's coming out from Fallen Tree Games. It's coming out at the end of this year in Q4, so right around the fall time. We're just going to go ahead and watch the trailers. In my research, I just came across this game randomly. It's not like paid advertisement or anything like that. I just saw this game and I found it super interesting, and I wanted to make sure everybody knew about it, especially on my channel since we've been playing Police Quest. All right, so let's go ahead and take a look at this trailer. I might pause it if he says something interesting or something like that, and then there's an article we're going to go over, but let's just go ahead and watch this real quick.
I'm Louis Bodel, Art Director on The Precinct, here to talk you through your beat as the ACPD's newest recruit. Welcome to the Rotten Apple. Good police work starts on the ground.
So
Everything
cool.
from parking infractions to vandalism to bank heists is procedurally generated in-game, so you never know what the day will bring.
Procedurally generated days.
Is the best way to patrol the city, but be ready to hit the street.
Like, how cool is that? Procedural generated days. So you always just wake up, there's like different crimes happening up and down the streets. You know, like, that's super cool. Okay, I'm sorry. Let's continue. I'm just really excited about this game.
Streets on foot if things get loud. In this town, that happens all too often. When you've caught your mark, you'll need to follow procedure to make sure you handle the
There it is. You got to follow the procedure. So you look, we got to search for items. So we have to search him. We put him in the handcuffs. We have to check his ID. We got to escort him to the vehicle. Look, we get all this data going on over here on the right side here. It's going to show all of this stuff. This game looks super cool, guys.
Interaction appropriately. They could be a good citizen who made an honest mistake or a career criminal wanted for multiple offenses. That's not to say you can't stop for a bite to eat every once in a while. Callouts can happen at any time, so you'll need to be ready to respond. Not everyone will react positively when you arrive on the scene, but you've got a variety of methods at your disposal to resolve the situation.
Oh, did you see that? Look at that. Look. He put his gun up, and then the guy surrendered. Watch.
Methods at your disposal to resolve
That's cool.
the situation. Let your partner handle the paperwork. It's time to gear up for the next mission. You'll unlock new equipment in the armory as you gain experience.
Nice.
Tonight, we're taking to the skies on a helicopter patrol. You'll need to keep the spotlight trained on the perp to bring down their
helicopters
while coordinating the ground response with the support menu. You can call in squad cars, spike strips,
Bro!
and more to help you bring them to justice. You can, of course, get involved in chases more directly. Call in the same support from your car, and don't worry too much about dodging these carefully placed piles of fruit crates.
Oops.
Sometimes, though, what's needed is a good old-fashioned foot chase. Don't worry, dispatch is standing by to assist.
Oh, he tackled him! Yeah!
Regardless, you'll need to make use of the city's geography to catch up with criminals and hold your own in a firefight. With the final perp booked, you're ready to end the day's shift. Averno's citizens will sleep a little safer for your efforts until tomorrow. Try your hand at policing the procedurally controlled world of The Precinct on PC, PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X and S later this year.
Guys, I think that we're going to be playing this. I don't know, man. That looks really cool. I'm sorry about my phone there. All right. And then let's go over this article real quick. I'm a popular guy, I guess. All right, so this is just, they're just having an interview here with the developer, so I just wanted to read some of this stuff. So, GameRanks, this is from GameRanks.com. Let me quote the author here. This is by Dennis Patrick. Came out here last month. They were talking about this. It says, players are stepping into the role of rookie cop, who is also seeking the truth behind the mysterious death of their father. Could you elaborate more on the premise? Okay, so this is Lewis, the developer here. He says, you play as a rookie beat cop fresh out of the academy, exploring and dealing with the ever-shifting criminal underbelly of Averno City. The plot of the game also requires players to solve the mystery of their father's murder in the line of duty following a fully voiced quest line in the open world. As when you solve crimes and take down gangs, you learn more about the people you work with as well. See, this was a big focus in Police Quest 1 through 3, was Jim Walls didn't just want to focus on the police part of it. He wanted to make sure that you had a connection with like Jack and all the other characters that are in there, and Laura and all that. And there's a lot for players to uncover in the game. Okay, so then this part I thought was funny. It said, we know the games are set in the 1980s. So this is going to be the same setting that the original Police Quest games were in. It's going to be in the mid to late 80s. So, you know, you can expect, like we saw from the trailer there, and we can see from this picture right here, like the same kind of 80s low-tech motif kind of thing, which he says here. So this is nostalgia, he said. The founders of the company are of a certain age, shall we say, and the relative low-tech allows for more interesting gameplay systems. There is no internet, no facial recognition, no computer hacking, and no cell phones. It's an environment that is better suited to visceral analog activities such as muscle car pursuits and shootouts. So the only thing that I'm really picking up from this game is that it might be a little more action-oriented than the Police Quest games. You know what I mean? Obviously, adventure games are super slow. They're super chill. This one's going to require you to do a lot more skill-based actions than you know the early Police Quest games, of course. You know, so that's the only difference here. He's going to talk about the thing. All right, here we go. Since procedurally generated crimes occur in this world, can players continue playing the game after reaching the end of the main campaign? Also, what are some unexpected calls players might get while on shift? Lewis says, yes, they can. That was one of the things we wanted to differentiate from American Fugitive. American Fugitive, by the way, is kind of like, is their old game that they, well, their first game, I don't want to call it old, but it's their first game that they made. It's more like GTA 1 and 2, kind of that isometric view, quite like this, but you play the role of a criminal instead. I think it's an escapee from prison. I've not personally played it. So like I said, you know, I'm just recommending a thing that I see. I've got no skin in this game, so just keep that in mind. But the players have the option to confront other gangs and gather a variety of in-game items. The spontaneously crime generation feature ensures that game delivers nearly limitless gameplay possibilities. So this is cool. So this is exactly like Gangsters, which we talked about in episode 2, right, of the documentary series, right? So it has a procedural generated system. So like every time that you go out, you know, sometimes you might get a couple red light speeders. Sometimes you might get like a drug dealer. Sometimes you might get, you know, a drunk driver. It's kind of like just like Police Quest, but you get more of those kind of like rote experiences, which I really, really enjoy, because those are like the best part of Police Quest, when you're pulling over the dude for the DUI, you know, or you're putting the suspect down and putting the handcuffs on him, or you're booking them into jail. Like that's like the fun part of Police Quest. And down here, all right, and then can you explain how the support system works? So you can summon an aide to help you deal with crime. So this is cool because it's not just you out there, you have your force to deal with, right? So he says, as you perform your duties diligently, you fill a support bar that can be used to call various kinds of support. There's a cooldown period as the support bar needs to be filled before it can be used. For example, imagine you're in a helicopter chase. As long as you're locked on your target, the bar fills quickly, allowing you to request vehicle support. Then you fill the bar again and request spikes, making it easier for ground units to catch up with the perpetrator. So that's cool. Like you can call in spike strips, you know, if you're going across a suspect there, have him put his spike strip out, roll his tires, and then you're good to go. All right, so here we go. And then he's just saying it's coming out in fall of 2024. So that could be October, that could be November, you know, maybe even in December. So this isn't something that we got going on right here, but I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put this article in the description so that you can give it a full read, as well as a link to the Steam page. If you guys want to go ahead and wishlist this, man, I would. I mean, I'm wishlisting it. I might be playing it on this channel. I don't know. We'll see, but it looks pretty cool. Anyway, I love you guys.